an attendant, flight attendant, goes to a black mother, basically threatens to kick her off because the black mother told a white female, hey, this is my seat, you gotta get up. Let's put up the pictures full mass here, okay? Give you the background. Racial discrimination is brought to light in a Canadian Flair Airlines flight, when a white woman refused to leave a seat purchased by a black family for a mother and her newborn. The victims of this event are Busayo Alle Long with his wife and newborn, whom he had purchased a seat for. So Ali, a black woman who recently moved to Canada from Nigeria, posed a question to the white woman sitting in her seat. If she would please move. Fair question. Ali says, the passenger said, no. In the recorded video, you can hear Ali say to a flight attendant, do you see the problem here? The passenger refused to move to her assigned seat multiple times. Unfortunately, this caused the situation to escalate. The attendant can be heard saying to Busayo, if you don't calm down, we need to get you out of this aircraft. The new mother responded, I can't be calm after what you just did. It was then that Busayo, according to her husband, accused the people of racism, noting the Flair staff, talking about the airline staff, spoke to her in a very condescending way. He added, if a black person was sitting on that seat, they would not have hesitated to kick them off the flight. Ultimately, flight attendant sided with the woman who stole the seat. While Busayo was shocked that the white woman not only told her no, but flipped the middle finger at her when she asked her to move, she was also outraged at the response of the flight attendant. We paid for this flight. You didn't help me, she said to the attendant. So here's Busayo photoed in a follow-up announcement in this title, Racism in Canada. Busayo describes how massive online protests finally led to the airline offering a refund. However, he insists that the recouping of his financial losses is the furthest thing from his mind. Instead, he wishes for fair and equal treatment. Busayo's dilemma is not the first and will not be the last. It won't be the last time that a black citizen or black citizens in the West are violated by having their seat assignment relegated. Remember the historic symbol of the issue, a situation where taking a seat was considered justified. President Obama, among many others, credit Rosa Parks' singular act of disobedience with launching a civil rights movement that lasts to this day. Rosa Parks tells us there's always something we can do. He said during a 2013 ceremony to unveil a statue of Parks at the US Capitol, where she is honored alongside past presidents, members of Congress, and military leaders. She tells us that we all have responsibilities to ourselves and to one another. I link the two because I think there's a great dynamic when we see how universal racism can be. Don't allow that to dissuade you from this other reality. The other reality is, while racism can be universal, anti-racism can be universal as well. The same strength that they use to promote their propaganda, you can be stronger, rise to the occasion, and defeat it. All right, David, thoughts here?
Look, it clearly seems racist to me, and I think if the airline really wants to provide some sort of justice instead of a refund, they should fire the flight attendant, and they should make sure that that white woman is never allowed on that airline again.
Yeah.
If you make it clear that you're not willing to abide by the airline rules, by your contract of sitting in your seat, and when notified you're in the wrong seat, you give somebody the middle finger, you should be banned from that airline for years. And for the flight attendant, if there was some sort of mistake, the flight attendant should have gone up to both passengers and said, look, we overbooked, we made a mistake, we assigned both of you to the seat, we're gonna work it out. But that's on the flight attendant to do it before there's a problem, before there's a conflict. But I don't even think that was the problem here. I think clearly the problem was this white woman who was felt some sort of sense of entitlement and wanted to look down on this poor woman from Nigeria and her baby. And I hope that woman is publicly shamed. I hope Canadians will rally around and try to figure out who that racist white woman is and make her next flight miserable.